welcome to Black Metal and Brews, a program in which I talk about things on the internet in the hopes that it'll give meaning to my life so that I don't have to cultivate a personality or actual interests. Today, in my endeavors to remain credible, I'm joining in a very exciting new trend in which we get a box from these two very lovable Canadian cartoon characters. They don't seem to have names, but I'm going to assume they're Jimothy and Turresa. It's the Metalhead Box. And they like, I'm assuming the Cybermen from Doctor Who have heads that are made of metal, and this box is too light to have a metal head in it. But maybe, there will be something metal in it. Maybe there's like a knife or barbed wire so that I can get an infection and die young. I hope you've been well. I can't really speak for myself, but we're just trucking right along here. Boy, that felt good. I'm gonna have to do a little more of that cutting with my keys, because I don't like to use knives. Why bother with a blade when you can ruin your only way of getting in and out of your house? Also, I'm 8 and I don't trust myself not to get a horrible cut when I open a thing. And first off, it was very nice of them to send me this beautiful red wrapping paper. I will cherish it forever, or at least until I recycle it. So this box is like a service, it's like the like a book of the month club, but they give you the book instead of making you talk about it. I guess that's pretty cool considering. They give you a t-shirt so that you can look the same as everybody else that gets the box, or maybe people get a different shirt. I don't know. Mine's got it's got a dragon on the back. That's a really cool dragon. He looks like he can do some damage to somebody. I don't play Dungeons and Dragons, but if I did, I'd hope to not have that guy come at me. And this says Black Funeral, and the Black Funeral is a vampire from the United States, and I don't know, we don't really have the history of like Transylvania and shit. Maybe that's why this guy's looking so sickly. His eyes coming out of his face. You gotta give him some blood. He doesn't look well. The Black Funeral likes to sing about being a vampire, and it's really good. And they've been doing it since probably some of you were born. But I'm at least 12 or 13 years old, and I exist as long as that did. Up next, they gave me some really nice party favors, so I can give these out when people come to my house. Nobody comes to my house, please. Come visit. This button says Ben needs to wear his glasses when he makes a video. It came from the Spanish Inquisition, and those were dark times. I'm glad I'm not alive for them, because I'm Jewish and I would have probably died in Spain. At least Spain is lovely, I've been told. These guys need to take a bath. It's not sanitary to wear blood. It's a fridge magnet too, so anytime I go to the fridge and I'm filthy as I am now, I'll have this as a reminder that it's not very metal to be dirty, but these guys are. I don't know how they pulled it off. And this is a patch from the arch goat. He's like more than a regular goat. Like he's like when you have a nemesis, it's not just a bad guy; it's your arch nemesis. This is like a really serious goat, and he comes from Finland, and he likes to yell about Satan and the whore of Babylon. That's really cool. If I knew how to sew, I'd do something with it, but instead I'll put it in a box like I do with all of my other patches. And I look at them and think, maybe when I turn 40, I'll teach myself to sew as a gift to myself. Um, you know, the next thing that's important to notice here is, we're coming up on some really dark times in our history. And so they gave me a lot of things to help me survive an impending maybe power outage or something. Here's a cautionary tale about about the reality we're in. It's the realm of the damned. It looks like it's a book about, some of the dreams I've been having lately, but maybe we should talk to our therapist and not our camera about that. It's a graphic novel, and I bet it's cool. I haven't read it yet. So they only gave me the first page of the book here. That's maybe if everybody that gets the box puts our pages together, we'll have the whole book. That'd be really cool. We could have like a gathering. We can come together and all just kind of awkwardly wait for our turn to read the book. The next is these, which are like stickers, which I'll use to identify things that are mine when the world ends. I'll put a sticker on it and I'll say, this means it's mine. This is a flyer about a gore house, and I don't want to go there because I don't want to die. I mean, look, they're pulling that kid's face off or something. It looks like they make death metal happen, and that's nice. I don't know how to make death metal happen, but if you go to the gore house, they'll give you some death metal. Here's Pete. Pete's a hungry boy, and that's why he's eating a microphone. He's a little chaotic, and once he ate a dead angel, and so, he ate the phosphorus and everything, and that's really, he's tough. I'm scared of Pete. I'm gonna make Pete take a nap for a minute. Here's a list of what's inside in case somebody at the post office tried to steal from me, which nobody did because I'm not that interesting. I don't know what's in this. This is like a love letter, or maybe it's just a love piece of paper. King Diamond says, hi. He wants you to be his Melissa, but I'm not anybody's Melissa. I'm Ben. So that's really cool and cute, though. I would drink out of a skull with King Diamond any day. If you're watching this, King, please, let's drink out of a skull. But probably not blood. Can we have, red wine or whiskey or something? That'd be nice. I know you like hot dogs and racing. I'll bring the hot dogs if you'll bring the skull. I'll come to Texas for you even, King. Let's do this. Then they gave me a box with a goat, and that's a really nice goat. It looks like the same color scheme as they did on the old Satanic Bible from when I was a teenage goth. I'm sure that thing looks the same. It's probably looked the same for 40 years. It's a fake candle because I can't be trusted with real fire or the government will come and stop me. So I turn the battery on and it'll probably glow. This is another good end of the world supply. Or maybe just when it's dark and I'm too lazy to turn on a light and don't want to hurt my eyes. Finally, they gave me some good supplies to help me out here. Because I need something to listen to. This is a song about the darkness by a windbird. Windbrutch. I'm sure you don't pronounce it brutch, but that's how it's spelled. It's about just the darkness and not a star. but when you're an owl, you can still see like the winged bird. That's really cool. It made by Hypnotic Dirge, the people who made me those stickers to help me identify my shit. Then here's the apparently the most recent fate of the Crypt Keeper from Tales of the Crypt. It's a story about death, which is inevitable. That's very true. You know, it's got a spine candle. Like, can we just take a minute to acknowledge the spine candle? I feel like everybody will probably notice the skull, but Soul Emission, they even made sure they're like, hey, notice our spine candle. That's really vicious. And I hope that when I die, something that interesting will happen to me, but probably not. I'll probably just be like, dead. But that's cool. I won't notice much because I'm not going to be around. And then this one is what happens when the day ends is they bring you the night. Nightbringer is a good guy. He's from somewhere, like maybe I'm going to say Colorado. I'm making this up as I go. I think I heard a Nightbringer song a long time ago on that like Destroyers from Western Skies compilation or whatever when I was a kid. Anyway, Nightbringer is really a lovely thing. It's really terrifying, and that's a really nice spooky cover. So I had a good time today. And for at least the next minute or two, this will be fulfilling before I have to really examine the reality of my own life again and the fact that I'm an adult that, defines myself through the things that I get in the mail. I hope you've enjoyed this. Next time I see you, I'll tell you some stories. Maybe I'll drink a beer. I know that some of you like to watch me drink beer because, life is painful and you like to watch me inflict that upon myself. But right now it's like 9 in the morning and so I'm drinking coffee because even with a death wish, I don't really want to. I want to be awake long enough to suffer through it. Thanks. I love you. I'll see you soon.